Okay, now let's look at the bone that comes off of that pelvic bone. The big bone in your upper thigh, this bone right here, that's your femur. And so K refers to the whole femur. And again, just like in the humerus, the femur has a head, which is H, the head of the femur, which is kind of like that rounded portion right there. It has a neck, and the part of the pelvic bone that it articulates with, and I should have pointed this out on the last video. I think I was trying to show that in C, but the head of the femur articulates with this big indentation, and that's called the acetabulum, that indentation, and that's actually part of the pelvic bone. So we have the head of the femur, the neck of the femur. This big round projection, I don't have marked, but that is known as the greater trochanter. And for folks that are going on to physical therapy or occupational therapy, you might have to know that landmark. So the greater trochanter. If we come down to this area, the distal area of the femur, we first of all notice this bone here, which is the patella. But if I kind of turn this around, I will notice two big landmarks besides my guitar. I'll notice these big condyles. And if I look at the head of the femur, that's pointed in toward the trunk. So that's medial. So when I come down to these condyles, there is one medial condyle and one lateral condyle. And the way to remember those is that the medial condyle is always on the same side as the head of the femur that's pointing medially. And that is your femur.